Good day, Tea with Travis. Today is December 3rd, Wednesday, and today, well, the Dow's all over the place again. It's a moving target, and it was up, or actually down to open, nearly 200, then it went up over 100, and now it's hovering right around 60. Mortgage-backed securities, which affect your mortgage rate, like I've talked about so often, they were actually down 28 basis points, down on top of 50 from yesterday. So we were looking at nearly a 0.75% decline in fee. So on a $200,000 mortgage, that's $1,500 you lost in the last 2 days had you not locked on Monday. The good news is that it's rushed back. The rates of mortgage-backed securities have rushed back this morning. They're at flat right now. So we've gained back the losses we've seen this morning. Hopefully we'll gain back the losses from yesterday. And most likely we will. And the reason for this is, one, the big numbers that came out this morning was ADP's job report. They're a private company. Not the government doesn't release these numbers, but the ADP does. It's a payroll company I'm sure you've heard of. They came out with a projection of 250,000 jobs lost this week. And the projection should have been 205, so they're 45,000 over to the worst, and that typically will make mortgage-backed securities improve, as odd as that sounds. And that's the lowest reading they've had in 6 years, or I'm sorry, the highest reading for unemployment they've had in 6 years at ADP. Also, Friday will be the big day for the jobs numbers to come out, where the Feds actually produce the numbers, and we see if it falls in line with expectations. If they come out low, then what will happen is the mortgage-backed securities may worsen. If the number comes in high, meaning less jobs or more jobs have been lost, then mortgage-backed securities will improve. If it comes in as expected, like any economic report, if it comes in as expected, there should be no market moves because traders have already priced that into their decision making in trading stocks. So when there's no real surprise, nothing should really move. Even though it may be a terrible number, if it was expected to be a terrible number, there really is no market movement. Also, the good news is oil is down again. It's down 60 cents so far today, so it's down in the mid $46 per barrel range, which should bring gas prices down even to 155 or so. Right now, I know gas prices, I passed a sign last night that was 177, so I know they're getting down there, but 150 would be wonderful. Could you imagine when we were nearly at 4 here just back in July? So it's pretty crazy to see how much that's going to impact just our pocketbook as we look at our bank statements and see our Shell stops and our Chevron stops are so much less. Outside of that, here's a quote I wanted to share with you that I heard yesterday. I think it's so impactful, and it's just a mindset we should all take with us daily when we deal with people. And the thought is from Samuel Johnson, is the person that made this quote. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. So obviously that applies to women as well. But basically, the thought is you need to treat everybody great, whether they can do any benefit or any bonus to you at all. I mean, you just have to treat people great regardless of what their expectations are of you. And that's just a great way to live. I just love that quote because I mean, there's a story in the Bible about the two priests that walked past the guy that had been beaten and robbed on the ground and didn't even help him, and then the Samaritan, who was back then the enemies of the Jews and things back in Bible times, went and helped him just based on kindness and love and generosity. And that's just the attitude I think we should all adopt and take with us. Whether we see a client come in and want to just use us for our knowledge, and we realize that right away, just go ahead and go with it and serve them, and we'll be rewarded in the end. So I just encourage you with that final thought of the day. Like I said, mortgage-backed securities are great. We're so close to 5% range. I think they will stay in this range based on all the economic reasons they should. So that's great news. I look forward to serving you guys. Give us a call if you have any questions, and be blessed.